Welcome to another episode of English Speaking Practice for Beginners. Today, we're diving into the tranquil world of forests. Did you know, David, that spending time in nature significantly reduces stress levels?
Absolutely, Emma. In fact, there's a practice called Shinrin-yoku, or forest bathing, which is all about immersing oneself in the forest atmosphere to enhance mental health. It's fascinating how nature can act as a natural antidote to stress.
Yes, and I think it's vital for our listeners to learn how expressing such experiences in English can expand their vocabulary and emotional intelligence.
Indeed, when you articulate feelings of peace or describe nature vividly, you're not just practicing language, but also connecting with your inner calm.
But what about those who argue that technology provides a better escape from stress? How does nature compare?
Interesting point. While tech offers convenience, studies show that natural settings decrease cortisol more effectively. It's like comparing a digital sunset to a real one. The authenticity of nature is unmatched.
Looking ahead, I believe integrating nature-based language practice will become increasingly popular as people seek more holistic learning methods.
I agree. As we embrace such practices, it not only enriches language skills, but also promotes overall well-being. Now, on to some forest vocabulary.
All right, let's delve into some basic forest vocabulary that'll bring your English to life. David, shall we start with tree?
Sure, Emma. A tree, as we know, is a perennial plant with an elongated stem. It's like the backbone of the forest, providing shelter and oxygen.
And what about river? It's not just a body of water, is it?
Exactly. A river is a dynamic, flowing entity that supports ecosystems. It's much like the veins of the earth, carrying nutrients and life.
Some might argue that learning such words is too simplistic for language growth. What are your thoughts?
I'd counter that by saying foundational vocabulary allows for more complex expressions later. It's like building blocks you need to start somewhere.
Looking forward, incorporating nature-based vocabulary can enrich everyday conversations, making them more vivid and relatable.
Absolutely. By embedding these words in daily life, we enhance both our linguistic and emotional landscapes. Now, let's explore a real forest walk.
Imagine walking through a forest, David. The towering trees, the symphony of birds. How would you describe this to someone in English?
I'd say it's like stepping into a living painting. The air is crisp, the colors vibrant, and there's a sense of peace that envelops you.
But what if someone feels overwhelmed by nature? How can they articulate that in English?
They might express it as a sensory overload, where the richness of the environment is both awe-inspiring and somewhat intimidating. It's okay to feel multiple emotions.
True. Some people argue that cityscapes offer more excitement. How does a forest compete with urban allure?
While cities pulse with energy, forests offer a contemplative retreat. It's like comparing a bustling concert to a quiet symphony. Each has its unique appeal.
In the future, I foresee more urbanites seeking refuge in nature, translating their experiences into enriched language practice.
I couldn't agree more. Now, let's practice some sentences that capture these forest experiences.
Let's practice speaking about nature with simple yet expressive sentences. How would you describe the feeling of walking in a forest, David?
I'd say, walking in the forest is like a gentle embrace from nature. It's calming and rejuvenating.
Now, some might think these sentences are too basic. What makes them valuable in language learning?
These sentences lay the groundwork for more complex thoughts. They're akin to musical scales for a pianist, essential for mastery.
Consider the sentence, "The air is fresh." How does this simple phrase convey so much more?
It evokes a sensory experience, inviting listeners to imagine the crispness and purity of forest air. It's simplicity with depth.
Looking ahead, mastering such sentences can help learners express tranquility and appreciation in various situations.
Indeed, as they grow more comfortable, these learners will naturally expand their expressions. Now, let's delve into a story practice.
Let's engage in a brief story about a morning walk through the forest. How would you set the scene, David?
Picture the sun filtering through the leaves as birds serenade the dawn. It's a scene painted with peace and light.
Some might argue storytelling is unnecessary for language practice. How would you counter that?
Storytelling is vital. It weaves vocabulary into context, transforming words into living, breathing narratives. It's the soul of language.
And what about the sentence, "The river whispers secrets as it flows"? How does this enhance language learning?
It personifies the river, engaging the imagination and inviting deeper connections with the language. It's evocative and memorable.
In the future, storytelling in language learning will likely become more integral, fostering creativity alongside linguistic skills.
Exactly. By telling stories, learners can convey complex emotions and ideas, enriching their communication. Now, let's wrap up with some fun facts.
Did you know that forests cover about 30% of the Earth's land area, David?
Indeed, Emma, the Amazon rainforest alone is often called the lungs of the Earth due to its significant role in oxygen production and carbon dioxide absorption.
Some might argue that deforestation makes these statistics less impressive. What's your take?
While deforestation is a major concern, it's also a call to action. Protecting these vital areas is paramount for our planet's health and biodiversity.
So, how can individuals contribute to forest conservation while learning English?
They can participate in nature walks or volunteer for local environmental groups, enhancing their language skills and environmental awareness simultaneously.
Looking forward, I hope that through education and awareness, we can inspire more people to value and protect these natural treasures.
Absolutely. By fostering a love for language and nature, we encourage a more harmonious world. All right, that's all for this episode. Thanks for listening, and we'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.